Hi, how are you? It's nice to talk with you again. Mrs. Shimko, you, two separate places, hearts in the same place, wishing we were together in a classroom doing art together. But still not our reality. And so we're here, and hopefully you are enjoying the good weather. I have to admit, I loved the heat over the weekend, and I am loving the weather this week. I don't mind rain if it's alternating with lots of beautiful days when we can go outside and hang out. How about you? Okay, on the count of three, I want a thumbs up, thumbs down, or in the middle. Tell me how you feel about our current weather that kind of feels like summer. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, very interesting. I know that we all feel differently, right? My husband loves really cold weather, and so he's kind of like this with the heat. And I love warm weather, so I am like this with the heat, but more like this with the cold. I love a snowy day, but I don't like just cold. But anyway, let's move on. This is my daughter Emmeline. She may be in and out of the picture as we tape, but I just wanted to introduce you because having a different and new face, it's always important to know who they are. This week, you are taking on the job of a detective. You have been doing that periodically, and this week I'm going to challenge you a little bit more. We're looking at a mural by Chris Uphughes, and the picture, and I hope you get a chance to see it, is in color, and the color, as with most pieces of art, is important to the message that the artist is sending. The questions ask you to notice some details, and I want you to really look. But more importantly, it asks about the story of the piece of art and why it's in that place. Now, artists all the time have a story with their art, and they will create art to showcase and tell about where they are or what they're doing. But murals are different, right? Other pieces of art you can pick up and move and put in a different spot. You can put it in a museum in Sweden. You can put it in a museum in California, and you just see a white wall behind it. But murals are attached to a location. They are big. They are on buildings, giant walls. They are tall. They take up space. And artists don't just pick anywhere and put a design for that space because that's what they want. There's a reason behind it. So I want you to look very, very carefully at the space that is pictured in the photograph. And think very, very carefully about why the artist would have put that type of mural in that sort of space. Don't say, because he wanted to. No, you're better than that, and you're a better thinker than that. Sure, they wanted to, but why? Artists are not idiots. They are thoughtful people. That's what makes it art and not just chicken scratch, right? Why it's not just graffiti on a wall. Because it's thoughtful and it's particular and it's attached and it's about a community. So what is it about this space that it makes it the right place for this kind of mural? I will send it back to you if you need more information. But I know that if you're careful and observant and you think about it, you'll make those connections. Okay, I'm excited to see what you have. Just like I've been excited to see your self-portraits for last week. As a side note, please make sure that you are reading every single word of every single assignment. I've gotten a lot of self-portraits that are like whole body in a random space. Now this specifically says a portrait of your face with an expression with a pattern behind it. If you don't have a pattern, that's not A work. It's questionable whether it's even B-level work. Because you need to read the instructions, and you can be as creative as you want, staying inside that box, but there's a reason the instructions exist. Challenge yourself. Don't just put a scratch scribble together and think that it's going to be okay. Would it be okay if we were together in a classroom? Yeah, no. So it's not okay if you are taking on the task at home. If you're not going to take on the task, don't do it. But if you are going to take it on, do your best. Every single time. It's worth it. While you're doing your best, I hope you have a chance to enjoy the weather. That's my plan. And I'll see you later. Bye, friends.